Okay, so today's day was, I think, very clear on Nasdaq. Let's go over where we are coming from. Okay, so Sunday, Monday. Okay, so we closed here on Friday, and so we came up in Asia, came lower, and this is important. Okay, 19,683. Why? Because it's a shared high, and um, it's a Goldbach level also. Okay. So anyway, we have red folder news on Monday, so it's supposed to be mostly an X day, not a what do you say, accumulation day, right? On a red folder news day. So we had the Wednesday high, Friday high, Friday high, Wednesday, okay, and when I drop to so when we are here and we kind of bouncing off this, I'm expecting um, an X day, then London would be the higher low of the day. That's a function of London. Okay, not in a consolidatory setup, but see, also week if we see, um, this week was this week, Monday, this was an X week one, right? No, wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. So here we were on Monday. Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday will be high of the week if we are bearish. So this was an X. Friday closed here. Then after X comes what? Accumulation, right? So in this month, the first week was X. The previous week was A. This week will be manipulation. Okay. So therefore, I was not looking at these as targets last week. And the shade high is an important uh, level as well. Like 19,683. Okay. This is 19,683. Every time it tried, dumped hard. Right? It's a strong GB level as well. Anyway, that is what it took support from today. But the main thing is fine. Now coming into this week, we have red folder. It should be an X. Monday should be the higher low, right? So, sorry, London. So now if I mark, scroll down to maybe 15. So these are the sessions. So Asia, right? So Asia got run over. By the way, This is where the SMT happened. Okay. So we had the Asia high. I would consider it from 7, right? From 7:30. So high and low. So what happened in London? And look at this, right? So we had the, where it opened, it kind of closed there only, right? So that's accumulation in Asia. Then and London. Look, we are just entering off, right, from there. And here we are taking support. So you have this SMT between these two, right? Yeah. So the failure asset is the one which should displace the most. Okay. And if we see actually Wednesday day high, it has gone so much above it. Here it has gone, this was Wednesday, it had gone way further. Okay. In YM also there might be something, but never mind. Right. So what happens typically is when you get the manipulation and you're going up, um, let's see, right? So when it came lower, came to 50% and then displaced. Maybe this was the news candle anyway. So that's definitely algorithmic, right? So we got the SMT going on. So the moment we got a shift, right? And we are in now the London session, you would expect your order block to work, right? So let me check, this is 15 minute to 1 hour. So in 81, we will get the order block in the correct place. Let's try that. In 81. Okay. Okay, so we have the SMT. Now we need to look for these cycles, right? The smaller cycles. And then you will get your entry. You can also go by GB. So look, this is the entry that I missed. Okay, like we got here shift from 5 minute, came back, and knowing that this should be the low of day, one could have held it at least till some point. Looking at the 8:30. Okay, so there was news as well. So probably by some point, but in any case, news doesn't matter. Okay, it is the function of a session. So if today is going to be a certain day, then and look from ES, it's already taken. There's really no reason for it to um, come lower. It's a trend day, right? Yeah. So the entry was here. Let's look at any SMTs, etc. So I have to look at YM also. So get YM and so between these two, right? So you're looking at basically between quarters. So and even these little ones. So you do have this, um, SMT somewhere here, okay, right, with YM. So these ES and MQ are not just the only assets. One needs to look at YM as well because you will get these things over there. Okay. So I guess all this way up, there was really no mm, retracement. So obviously no SMT there, but you got the SMT here, and this should be distribution one. Distribution two. So yeah, look, this is a failure asset. That's why it went way further, way further. ES was not the failure asset, so it came down till the midpoint of you know this area, and then it rallied up. Also, if we can check standard deviation, so here it went till that force standard deviation. So yeah, this day was very clear. I mean, this is the entry right here. Just holding it, till the D1 cycle here. D1, and also understanding that you have the Wednesday high. So when Wednesday high was taken by this guy, I think this one had not taken it yet. Yes, right. And then again, one can go into different sessions and try to find more SMTs. So let's go back to 5. So that was the main thing, how to get the entry. 81 gave you a good early entry. But this is the range we were running, right? Which got completed as well. So here again, there was an entry there. in this fair value of this larger 243. Okay. Then where else did we get? So between two quarters, right? So here, and 9. So there was a bearish SMT there till equilibrium. There was a play over there as well, which kind of participated in, but which is after filling this, right? So that was there. But here as well, you need to look at the micro ones at some level. But let's just look at. See, the problem is on a trend thing, it's only one direction. So you won't find here you may. So later you won't get that from this. You can go into the smaller one, right? And then one can look. But there is some kind of necessity between this and this. I am, yeah. So I mean, coming in and catching something here. Oh, by the way, very important to note when this happens and you still, uh, especially if it's not completed this run, then when it's falling massively, where will it come? The liquidity void. This is very typical. It will come to liquidity void and bounce. But in any case, once it got in over here, it came back into this thing. So first of all, if it came down, you would shift lower and you would check if there is a setup for low, right? Which I don't think happened. Uh, right, so here the setup for lower, so to let's say, go lower, didn't happen. Obviously, it's a trend day, so it's not likely. But I don't think there was a setup there. But then continuation, one would shift up. So it's gone. It's taken PO3 liquidity, right? And you got this SMT thing going on as well. So you would for set up here, right? And then this completed the range. So what you would look for is like a shift, and in the first quarter, which is basically from here to here, you will avoid picking up trade. Right? The reason is first quarter, like looking at this, if you took the trade, you would have, right? So it is in Q2 that you would look for it, right? So that's when you got this particular drop here, order block, right? You got the order block. And then this is the part where you may not have exactly got from 5 minutes. So you will be looking at the 81, you'll be looking at this, but this is what happened. Right, so the next time that it's going, at that point in time, all these BPRs, etc., will become active, right? So um, unfortunately, this is still in that gray box area. So, I mean, I would have, for example, waited to get an entry here, but that never happened. Okay. But in 81, maybe um, right. So again, that would be in this gray section. Okay. So if you are in the 1 minute, then the gray here is more relevant, right? And then one would look for something. I won't say that every entry will be there, but nevertheless. So this is between two quarters. I don't see anything specific except so this is your hidden assembly, right? Catching this might be tough, but that's your and here this is the lowest low on my end, but the same low is up there. Right? So which one is the failure sign? This one. Which one will go further? Failures. Okay. So once um, maybe one has that, then you're coming in, and this will be a little bit tricky only. Let's go to 5 minute and just check in the 5 minute. When did we get shift? Okay. Kind of got displacement up there after this. So yeah, your stop loss will have to be according to the 243 in that case, but a bit tricky. So because after, so there was no displacement, right? About this. Anyway, that's, I might have taken this entry. Not that I did, but again, this is kind of in the lunch. I'm coming out of it. Okay. So I don't don't see anything specific, but um, don't see it very clearly. So the best entry was back there. PM session entry, 100% tricky. But again, once you go out of the range and as you're moving, one can look for setups, right? Yeah, so session function and the SMTs, right? So you do have this, how you enter um, that that's just something that one needs to figure out. But this is what now? This is algo one, right? Algo one is a retracement algo. So when we are here, we can look for a shot. And this is what I took finally, right? So I gained whatever losses were there in this area out here. And there was again the rule for SMT, right? So if you look at it, uh, first of all, highest high of previous quarter. So with the highest high, there is nothing, but we know it's gone beyond the extension. Power hour is coming up, and all of that stuff. In ET1 also, you would have got, in fact, I took entry in ET1 where the fair value gap was here. Yeah. In any case, uh, you get an SMT over here, right? So between this gray and pink, and here, right? So which one is the failure zone? Master. Okay. If I go to one, right? So we got the SMT. Then we're looking for a shift in structure, ideally from 5 minutes. So that happens over here. Okay, after it went up SMT, we got a shift in structure, fair value gap, entry, equilibrium, wherever, and the larger P3. Equilibrium. Knowing that this was a algo one run, this will be ideally a market maker sell model type of situation. But again, we're in a trending day. So even if we take this legs 50%, that's where it would like to come. Also, from 5 minutes, if you look for a swing point, this is the first swing point. There's no other swing point as well. So liquidity is here. So that's kind of what will happen, and you may not be able to catch something. I may not be able to catch something like this, um, just because it took off, uh, kind of uh, went on its way. But catching it from here, definitely, yeah, I think there we might have something. Maybe there. So you had the order block, okay, order block 5 minute. Uh, yeah, bit problematic. Okay, you got shift. It's a tricky one. Definitely, maybe nitty one there might be something till equilibrium, right? So on a day when you know that it's London could be high or low, and we know that you London high is also taken, then it should not come for these lows, right? It should not come for the low on a trend day. And so that's just something to look at as well. And obviously, this was distribution one, and two can be like a reversal or continuation, right? So obviously, yes, it's much clearer the trend compared to Nasdaq. This SMT big one that formed, look at his the way it went. YM, it really never took out any lows significantly, it just kept going. So, so yeah, that's the function of day is important. Small moves you can get, but on a trendy day, well, if you can catch something, you know, down there, then one can hold it till about 8:30. See, it was 8:30. There was news and everything. So it should work till this session as well. And then session end. So this one can easily be held, right? And you can backtest and see. So the days which are going to be trendy, then London will be higher low of the day, and best time to get out is going to be 8:30. So, because after this, a Judah swing can happen. PM can do something. Okay, but on a trend day, that low will never be taken. Now, which one you have to trade? Ideally, the failure swing. This one, the in this case, master. So yeah, I mean, today was an easy day, no, but this action over here completely uh, destroyed me. I think. Anyway, I had a $400 loss. It went up to 650, I think, but in the end, I managed to get some 200 odd back. But there was no reason. I mean, this was the trade here was probably the best one, and then maybe something in ES. Um, in ES, yes. I mean, in ES also you have right gold. So, so if it didn't happen in Q from an entry perspective at a later point in time, um, then yeah, right. So this was news. We came into this range. Now we're looking for um, our entry, right? So one entry possibly right here, but here as well, although it went to equilibrium. Uh, yeah, it's probably just this. When it came, broke above, we were yeah, possible. Okay, not very sure, but yeah, one could look at things from that perspective. So this is on the 81 in NES. But if you look at 27 and you go to 1 minute, maybe you will get this. Okay, let's just check. So downside is there were in fact I thought we had something here, but more importantly, we need to find something in this area, right? So you will be looking at an entry somewhere in these two quarters, right? Ideally not this one. This is a fair value here, so you got a share, but it completed the range. Too bad, came lower. When it came out and it went up, this is the entry. It happened when the last uh, yeah, blue, right? So I don't know if there was an SMT here or not. Let's just check. Schedule. I don't see it. Let's see, but again it hit the low, right? So maybe not. Have to move up. So overall big SMT we got here. Now the failure swing is Nasdaq. So when we come inside this particular range, after that, after that, so we'll be looking at this area. Now green, blue is fine. So here is your on clock fair value gap, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I guess it's related to tariff, whatever happened here, but if one is in sync, right, as things are happening, then you'll be able to catch sometimes, right? You'll be able to catch something. Volume is also important. We need to keep checking. Yes, sir. Between quarters. Yeah, not very clear. I mean, catching this. I don't think so. In any case, that was what went on. The bigger picture is right here. Actually. The bigger picture for the day was an entry down here. And it was picture perfect entry, right? And one could have just ended the day going with some standard deviation, going with GV, um, I, or this, right? Let us stay high, which kind of happened here. We need to trade this, but yeah, if this happens, then the downside is the trade that you'll be able to get. Catching it in between, only opportunity is here. You'll have to kind of turtle soup this the moment you kind of have uh, the order block happening. In this case, from 5 minute order block got confirmed here, so again, really no um, entry like that as well. So I think that was just a news-based move. Tariffs. Then thereafter, what happens? That can be good, right? Algo one path goes till rejection block. So rejection, it doesn't mean it will go to rejection block and come. It means rejection block has to form, right? Right. So it can no rejection block formed. When it went here, so this thing, okay, let me tell you so this right there. No, but obviously it's different idea. Wait for it to come, you know, into your thing. 5 minute um, structure shift with candle close. That's important. Candle close. Okay, otherwise we'll get this. This is not structure shift. The previous candle close, and then in 81 you got that right. In 81. So that's kind of what it is, and let's see. Let's see if there was. Okay, yeah, I remember taking a breaker block based entry somewhere and was managing stop loss, and even that kind of went off. Um, but then when it came back in, then I trade. I think that in the PM session, this one harder to catch, definitely, unless you can take the rejection block. Sorry, the order block. Okay, so those are I won't say easy to do that part because then you're in anticipation of an algo one, but when algo one happens, this becomes clear, right? So we go to rejection block and then fair value and then a liquidity void. So it should come here and then map continuation. That's basically what that's supposed to be. So let's look at it. So here, right? So rejection block to fair value. Fair value has to be treated. Doesn't mean that it will just go through fair value. It's doing that, right? In the fair value area, it's holding it exactly as per what path it is, and then it will move towards this. So when algo one happens, I would say just wait for it to get to the rejection block. Or here, if you're seeing the setup, then it's okay, right? Midway. But yeah, this was a good algorithm. This part. Why it probably went here if I just add a +1 and do this. See this? The rejection block can extend till here. Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, this looks like I want to block, right? So different ways to look at it, but yeah. And this should be a target, right? Like the swing. This is definitely easy target to look at as well. So yeah, I think that's it.